Lana, I realize I'm not certain how you say your name. If it's Lana or Lana or Lena or some other beautiful way. You can correct me. Go ahead and send me an email and tell me how you pronounce it. Okay. So there are just a couple points I wanted to share with you that I had or thoughts that I had as I read your essay. Right here. Traditionally, you would start your essay by saying, I believe in prayer in the body of the text. But I actually really like how you said, I'm not sure exactly when I started to believe in the power of prayer. It kind of shows the reader that this is something that has just always been with you. You do believe in it. It's kind of like the sun. We just know it's there. I don't know when I started noticing that it was there, but it is. So I really like that you said it like that. Like it's just the way it is. Anyway, you did talk about how I did believe that someone was listening, but I don't think I really thought beyond that. Later in my life, I would come to not only believe in prayer, but to depend on it. So this sets us up for some more thoughts. You're basically saying, I'm going to show you how I came to believe in prayer and depend on it. It's how my belief changed. So right here is a new paragraph, and you need to indent that line. I'm sure you know that, and you probably just missed it. But then as I scroll down, I wanted to talk about you've got good commas, and I'm grateful for that because we've spent a few weeks on that, and I'm glad that you're picking up. Maybe you already had it all down, but I'm glad that you've got it all right. You're talking about your Sunday school teacher, a tiny blue sofa that sat in your class. I love these kind of details because it gave me a picture to go off of. It was here that I learned to say a prayer. It was simple, repetitive, and it rhymed. I can actually still remember it. Saying it made me feel happy inside, and I liked that, or needed that. Now, right here, I was thinking, well, tell me the prayer that you said. Was it a primary song? What was it? Because I wanted to know. I really thought that you would tell us what that simple, repetitive rhyme was that you learned for prayer. It's so ingrained in your mind. I think that's interesting, but I really expected it to be right here. I appreciate here that your next line definitely has that indent that I was looking for, so good job. I thought it was fun, too, that you shared some funny things about being a typical teenager, wanting what you want, and that being normal. But I also really liked that you hearkened back to your main point of prayer by using that word prayer over and over. You used it here in your first paragraph. It's definitely here. Oh, that was probably your second paragraph. And you used it again. So I'm focusing on that concept that we're still talking about prayer and how it played a role in your life as you grew. It changed a little bit, but it definitely grew with you. When I would pray, I began to recognize that I could feel His love and that I wanted His approval. I like that. You're being very specific about what prayer did for you, and your memory, and you're remembering, and you're also identifying that. And I just think that's cool that you found a pattern in what you were feeling as you prayed. Now this turning point, I feel like this is kind of a turning point in your essay. My greatest challenges were yet to come. It makes me feel like dun dun kind of for your essay. It makes me feel like, oh no, what's happening? But it re-grabs my attention. So I actually think that's a really great thing to do here, as you've kind of showed how la-di-da-da-da, your position on prayer grew and changed as you began to develop as a child and a teenager. But here it became serious, not just this innocent reaching out. So that's what that line, it just did all this for me. I thought, wow, okay, cool. Now we're getting real, you know. Then you talk about you don't really remember the exact moment the prayer took on a whole new meaning, but you can tell that it changed dramatically. As a new wife, I relied on prayer to help me navigate what it meant to be unselfish and accepting of another. Oh man, I'm with you. And anyone who's been married probably can relate to this. And so I think you're just reaching out to your reader again. It's hard to be unselfish. And being married is a test of that. It pushes it out of us. Then when you became a mother, you say that it's prayer that guided you through sick children, broken bones, broken heart, and sacrifices. Oh, man. You know what? That almost makes me cry because there's a lot of things that come to my mind when you mention sick children, broken bones, broken hearts and sacrifices. There are whole stories, whole chapters, whole books in those words, the sacrifices you make as a mom and the broken hearts and all those things. So that was really a good line, a great line that carries so much meaning. Okay, then you say, I'm just going to read this last one to you. Christ has become not only my truest friend, but a soft place to land and safe place to open up my heart. I find that I need this communication with him daily, just as I need food daily. It has been through life's most challenging moments that I found my weaknesses, and it has been through prayer that I learned I could overcome those challenges to find my strength. So I love this. In fact, you can probably tell that my voice is quivering because this is touching me. I can tell that your testimony is here, and I can tell that you really mean this. And I think that's what a reader wants to have when they read. They want the writer to be real with them. And I can tell that you're being real here. So I appreciate that. The only thing I would say as like a piece of writing is make sure you go back to that I believe statement. I believe in prayer. Obviously the topic is present here, totally present here in this paragraph, but restate maybe your I believe statement, I believe in prayer, somewhere here in the final paragraph, just to strengthen it and remind us that that was the purpose of your essay, was to show why you believe in prayer. But other than that, that really was so touching. So thank you so much for sharing your testimony with me. I actually really needed to hear this, so I really appreciate it. Okay, I'm looking forward to reading everything else you share with me this semester through your writing. So thank you, and I hope you have an awesome weekend.